What's up, guys? Welcome to the eSports Report. I am Will Sire for Brew, and I'm joined by the wonderful Mr. Alex Kivo Kamenetsky.
How's it going, guys?
As you can tell, this is not the usual eSports Report crew. You're probably wondering where Benson and Mr. X are. Well, they're out in
California, sunny California.
Yeah, they're out
for
in
UMG.
The LA offices right now. And they're going to be doing a bracket show later tonight on the on Pacific schedule. But we're going to be here to bring you the
regularly scheduled ESR.
Yes.
Right? So what you guys are used to, game news, fail videos, let's plays, all that stuff will be right here as scheduled. And then we're going to go into the Destiny bounty that we announced yesterday. That's going to be at 8 p.m. on this channel. So you guys can sit back and relax. Like, you can chill on the on the ESR channel and flip between ESR 2 and ESR when they go live later, and you guys can just relax here. How nice is that?
Yeah, we got a 6 show lined up for you guys today. Of course, as we said, we got game news followed by a let's play, what's fails of the days, and a fact or fiction segment with us, and then we're gonna launch into.
I'm worried about that. I'm not gonna lie. Fact or fiction.
You're worried?
David asked me one of the questions, and he was like, "They're all like this," and I'm just like, oh no, this is bad.
This is awesome. So
it's going to be funny.
Before we get into it, Kima, why don't you tell the viewers who are not familiar with you what you do here and what we do here on the ESR?
Sure. So I am MLG's partner manager. What that means is I'm in charge of taking care of all the partners' needs. So everybody you see on MLG.tv, if they have a question about the platform, revenue, updating their channel, working out awesome programs for the streamers to take part in. All that stuff goes through me, as well as working with some of the events like UMG and Gfinity, some of the bigger partners like that. So yeah, my day-to-day is a lot of partner support, but also working with people, making sure everything is okay, everything is working, and those lovely partner emails that you guys get from me, like I said, those are from me. So,
and I'm the technical director of most of our streams here at the studio, and at our large events normally you'll find me behind the camera in the control room, but as of late I've been sort of sneaking my way in front of the camera to bring you guys some
well, we like your face, so
yeah,
it works out.
I mean, I think I deserve it. I made that matte hologram, but I'm really afraid.
The matte hologram is pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. You deserve at least a week on camera just for that.
Awesome. Well, we're going to do that, guys. So let's jump right into our game news segment.
Yeah.
Starting off with some Guitar Hero news. Now, Guitar Hero has sort of been out of the loop, out of like the phase, if you will, because rhythm gaming sort of had a little bit of a crash. Back a few years ago, everyone was pumping out a bunch of peripherals, a bunch of games. There's a Guitar Hero every year, and you had to buy new controllers for it, so people just stopped buying it. However, it's been a few years, and the new Guitar Hero has released
all
its
the
new
old
song
controllers are collecting dust. The buttons are breaking. They're all plasticky, and they make really old plasticky sounds. But it's back.
It's back. Guitar Hero's back. And if in the control room back there can show us the track listing that we've got up there, 24 songs have been listed. The Black Keys, Gold on the Ceiling, Blitz Kids Sometimes, Ed Sheeran's Sing, some Fall Out Boy, you got some Garrett Clark Jr., some Green Day, some Killers.
My Chemical Romance, Rolling Stone, Skrillex appearing in there, Judas Priest, Pantera,
Rage Against the Machine. I'm
now
super
is
excited
this
for that.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, all the System of a Down, all the essentials for any Guitar Hero.
So what really interests me is that you see one specific song, Skrillex's Bangarang.
Yeah.
That doesn't have guitars in it, does it? That's like...
No, it does not.
I'm excited.
It's going to be really awesome to play dubstep on a guitar.
Well, that's actually just a small sample of like what's in the game. It's supposedly going to be one of the biggest songs they've ever put in the game.
I was going to ask that if those are all the songs.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. So that's just sort of like a teaser of what the game will cover.
Absolutely.
So a couple genres is what they're trying to say.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. If I wanted to play guitar dubstep, man, that's going to be sick.
That's
you
the dream.
Drop the bass.
The dream, boys.
Yes, the dream. Kimo, looking at this list, though, what song are you most excited for? It's on the back of that page.
I gotta say, I was trying to remember. Let me look. Just from this list?
Yeah. So
I'm gonna go with Skrillex Bangarang. Like, I want to see. I'm sorry, that's a lame answer, but I want to see that. I want to try that. Like, is that going to be the new In the Fire of the Flames? Like,
maybe.
Who knows?
We got Painted Black by the Rolling Stones on there. I'm a big fan of that song. Of course, recently featured in the Black Ops 3 trailer.
Yep.
So that's going to be super sick. But moving on, man.
What do we got next?
The next bit of news that we've got, Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Nice.
Gameplay footage for that got shown this week, I think. It's set in Victorian London, and it's going to feature 2 different main characters, Jacob and Evie Fry. There's no multiplayer, which has been which is really different from the Assassin's Creed series.
I loved not just playing, but watching Assassin's Creed multiplayer. Just like that whole aspect of just everybody hiding from each other. Not moving, but just running from each other and trying to hide and trying to like assassinate people and trying to hide and just randomly getting like, it's really, really entertaining to see what people come up with in that game. So no multiplayer, that's a little weird for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think that this game series sort of needs that. It needs a focus on story, hardcore. Really? The last game, at least for me, I didn't really enjoy playing through Assassin's Creed Unity. I think I really stopped with the series around Assassin's Creed 3, but this one may have some promise. And of course, the big thing is Brock Lesnar, ladies and gentlemen, is in the game. That you're staring at his huge, tattooed, muscly, ripped back, him just hitting somebody in the face with a shovel in a Victorian London Fight Club-y type thing. Totally reminds me of. Have you ever seen Ip Man 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It looks amazing.
What? I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan, but what timelines have they not covered now? Like, what ages in history have they not covered besides, like, the Stone Age and stuff like that?
So they've done Ancient Middle East, during the Crusades, Renaissance Italy, American Revolution, Pirates, I don't know what year.
Yeah, Pirates is one.
And the French Revolution. So I think that they're sort of just iterating on that going into like the English Industrial Revolution. Okay. Which, you know, I'm not entirely sure where they're going to go next with that, but this seems to be a really interesting thing. The Industrial Revolution.
It is.
Lots of dirty grime and underbelly of London. I want to see this. This might bring me back to the series, to be totally honest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
From what I've seen. Totally awesome game coming forward on October 23rd for Xbox One and PS4.
No 360 and no PS3.
Right. So the entirely distancing themselves from.
So hopefully that means so there's no last gen and there's no multiplayer. Does that mean that they're just going to go full on graphics, story, everything, and just really push Assassin's Creed as like a story?
We'll have to find out, man.
Well, okay.
The story is really convoluted. It's got like aliens and like time travel.
Aliens now?
Dude, it's had aliens since Assassin's Creed 2.
Man. I'm sorry, I just played the multiplayer, guys, but
I've never played the multiplayer.
It's fun.
It's weird.
Aliens and the French Revolution. I like it.
Yep. Let's do it. All right, moving on. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 announced that there's going to be no seamless online multiplayer for the 360 and PS3.
Now, what does that mean? No seamless multiplayer?
I think like past iterations had like maybe cross-platform connectivity. I actually don't know, but I do know that Activision has confirmed that it will be exclusive to Xbox One and PS4.
So another only. So I think it's interesting because I think we're starting to get into that period of like, okay, we've had a little while with the new gen consoles. Let's start to leave the old ones behind.
You know, reading into this further, I think what this means. So there is a seamless online multiplayer that allows players to join in and out of sessions instantly. You know, no downtime, no waiting for matches to start. I think that is what's exclusive to Xbox One and PS4. There's no release date yet for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, but the game has been announced to sort of come out in 2015, so we can expect that coming up in the next few months, I bet.
Cool. I'm excited for that one too, man. With the X Games right around the corner, too, everyone's gonna be hyped. Like, let's go.
Perfect timing if it does come out soon. Next up, though, going over across the sea to some JRPG news. Dragon Quest VIII is getting a remake for the 3DS.
For the 3DS?
Yes, Dragon Quest VIII was a classic on the PlayStation 2. It was sort of one of the seminal RPGs of that generation. You know, outside of your Final Fantasies or whatever. You know, back in the day, Dragon Quest, which used to be called Dragon Warrior, was one of those really good RPGs you'd see on like a NES or Game Boy. I played the crap out of Dragon Quest and Dragon Warriors 1 through 3 on the Game Boy.
All I played on the Game Boy was Pokemon, but I respect that.
Yeah. But for this remake for the 3DS, there's no Western release announced, but
Oh.
we can probably expect that. Dragon Quest has a pretty large following here in the U.S. There will be more voice acting, and there will be some Street Pass functionality. Whether that's
That's interesting.
I don't know how that's going to exactly meld into the gameplay, but I'm excited to see it. Street Pass functionality is awesome.
I mean, they could do just stuff. I know some other games do stuff with Street Pass and sort of like number of steps walk where you get items or like stuff like that based on how much you've traveled and how many people you see. So it could just be something that could be better. Who knows?
Moving on, Madden NFL 16, the cover athlete has been announced.
Okay.
Mr. Odell Beckham Jr.
Okay.
Yes, that's the new cover of Madden NFL 16.
So my immediate question is, will the Madden curse live on?
For those of you guys who don't know, the Madden curse is players get injured or do really, really bad the year they actually get on the cover of a Madden game. I hope not. Odell Beckham Jr. is one of my favorite NFL players, actually. But
okay.
We'll have
I mean,
to
no
see.
one hopes for someone to get injured. Guys, we do not. We need want him to get
Full
injured
disclosure.
just so the curse lives on.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go with no. We're gonna go with no. The curse doesn't. He breaks the curse. Breaks the chain.
I hope he breaks the curse.
Okay.
So this game is going to be released August 25th of this year, so that's just a few months away. This next game that we've got coming up, though, I know that you had a prediction about this game.
This game stream. This game is The Division, which probably got a lot of you have heard of just for being so next gen.
Well, it's Tom Clancy's The Division.
Right.
It's a Tom Clancy game in like post-apocalyptic New York, right?
Right. So what stood out to everybody about this game is its functionality cross-device, right?
Yeah.
So you can be on your iPad controlling a drone, helping out someone on the ground who's trying to get through, a broken city with mercenaries and stuff, and help that person out just by using your iPad. And you could, be on the train and doing it for 5 minutes and then just sign out, and the drone would go away. And like a lot of that functionality is what originally caused me to be like, I think this game's going to be delayed.
Yeah.
And I said this a week ago, guys. I promise you, around the MLG office, I was like, there is no way that this game comes out scheduled. Mark my words, it will not come out in 2015.
Well, you got your wish, you jerk. It's been delayed until Q4 of 2015, which is technically January through March of next year. It was originally supposed to be released last year, which is not looking good. With this news, though, there is news of an alpha and a beta.
Okay.
And gameplay looks really interesting.
That beta is going to have to be pretty big in terms of what they're trying to accomplish. They have a lot of stuff planned on there, so...
Absolutely, and
we'll
you know what? I also read somewhere that the company behind this game brought in an additional production company just to meet their marks to release in January and March of 2016. What does that mean, though? Does that mean is it a Deus Ex kind of thing where all of their boss battles get shipped out and it's not cohesive, or is it sort of just bringing in that extra muscle? We'll have to find out.
I think that's bringing in that extra muscle. You never want to see something happen to a game that has such hype around it, like Master Chief Collection did, right? Where they're given a deadline, like it's in their case like an anniversary deadline, and they have this moment where like, oh my god, we need to ship a game, and it comes out and it's broken, right? This is a really similar situation. They have a lot of functionality built in the game where like MCC has 4 different games on it. You know what I mean? They all have to connect, and I want to say them bringing in another studio is obviously a good move, right? But it's a little bit of a panic step for me. So I'm kind of worried. It's like, we can't meet this deadline. We need help.
Right.
Hopefully the other studio will be able to help them meet that deadline, but we'll see.
Hopefully we will see this game early in that Q4 of 2015, which is actually 2016.
Yep.
But the next game we've got on the game news docket, guys, is Smite, which has officially entered its closed beta on Xbox One. Of course, one of the biggest people behind that is Mr. Scott Gandhi himself.
Yep. We love you, Gandhi.
And they have announced that there's going to be a Founders Pack for $30 that allows players access to the beta and all current and future God characters, in also 400 gems, which appear to be sort of similar to like Riot Points, where you can use them to unlock skins, possibly, and 2 exclusive skins. All players who participated in the alpha will have access to the beta.
Okay.
So if you're in Smite on Xbox One already, don't fear, you're going to be in the beta.
It's crazy how long games go through alphas and betas now and have tournaments around them. and that kind of stuff. And the game hasn't like even officially launched. Yeah, it's mind blowing.
Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty sick. Of course, another function of this Xbox One beta is that PC players will have the ability to merge their accounts onto the Xbox One and continue there. I don't know if it's going to be back and forth.
That's huge.
But that's awesome. If they can get like cross-platform play down, like
I don't know
Shadowrun did.
But that doesn't mean cross-platform.
No, it doesn't.
Play, does it?
But
okay.
I think it's a step in the right direction.
I think it's a step. But cross-platform play has always been this goal that everybody wants to achieve,
right.
And it's never been. To be honest, it's never been done right. Still.
Shadowrun.
Maybe. I mean, it's never, but like you don't see any next gen games, excuse me, using it because it's wonky, it's weird. You know what I mean? And you run into a lot of problems. So if maybe this is the step that once they get you to merge your character, you can also use a computer to play it.
Maybe it's just account syncing.
Probably
Could be that.
Probably, but I'm saying in the future, this is something we can look forward to maybe.
I'm super pumped for that. Smite, of course, if you guys don't know, is the third-person MOBA, like the over-the-shoulder sort of type of like everything is a skill shot. Everything takes a bunch of skill to actually connect with. It's not just auto attacks. It's not very similar. It's really awesome, incredibly dynamic, and lots of fun to play.
That game is a huge community already too. So
and they had like a multi-million-dollar tournament a few months ago. It was great.
Is crazy.
Gears of War. There is no official announcement on this, but there are rumors that the original Gears of War is getting a remaster.
I thought there was an announcement on this. Was it just rumors? I may have missed it.
I may have missed it as well.
Okay. I'm pretty sure this has been announced. Gears of War Remastered confirmed. However, there's no information on it.
Okay.
They were just like, it's sort of an announcement, but it was like, hey guys, we're going to do this really awesome thing that everybody wants, everyone in the Gears community wants, but that's it.
How much Gears did you play, Kimo?
I played a very little amount. I went to some local tournaments, some like Halo tournaments back then around the time of Gears, and dabbled in it a little bit. Usually watched more than I played, but it was really entertaining to watch. I know we had it on the MLG Pro Circuit for a while.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Gears is in our blood, and I think we're all really excited for a remastered version.
I'm pumped, actually. Literally the first thing I did when I started working at this company was the Gears of War 3 launch party.
Really?
Yeah, right here in the studio.
You're dating yourself, Will.
Yeah, that's a while ago. But I'm pumped to see Gears back on the rise. We'll have to see if it makes a large resurgence or not.
The community, you know what? There's a dedicated community that's still there that hasn't left, and I'm sure is going to dive into this game. So we'll see if it lives up. Hopefully, I don't want to bring it up again. I'm sorry. Master Chief Collection remastered. We saw what a disaster that was. No one wants a similar situation.
Correct. So we got a few more games left.
Okay.
Fallout 4. Someone published on his LinkedIn that he was employed to make a cinematic trailer for Fallout 4, thus leaking that Fallout 4 is real.
That is the worst way to announce a game.
And it's
a LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So hype is beginning to roll. The trains are beginning to exit the station with their hype.
Have they commented at all on it, or is it still just like, this happened?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I haven't exactly been able to follow up with it. It's really kind of hard to just follow those rumors based off of like, oh, this guy's LinkedIn has it, therefore it's true.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are saying that there is a high chance we'll see Fallout 4 at E3 this year, which is just around the corner.
I was gonna say, right around the corner.
The guy apparently was employed at Murata Studios, which is co-founded by Guillermo del Toro, formerly of Silent Hills fame. Rest in peace, PT. And the company has worked on a bunch of projects, and they're responsible for like the graphics you saw on Pacific Rim, which was amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Fallout 4. What is your history with the Fallout series, Kimo?
I have no history with the Fallout series.
You have no history with the Fallout series at all?
I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm
my
ashamed.
God, man. Oh, dude. You know what we're doing?
And the guy who had this on his LinkedIn profile no longer has any history. Also has no history in Fallout 4
no longer
now.
exists. He's been wiped from LinkedIn and the face of the
The
planet.
agents got him,
Yeah.
so we're in the same boat. Do I got to play Fallout?
We may have to do our Let's Play on it. Not today, but
Not
soon.
Okay.
Come on, man.
That's a possibility. You
It's
guys
really
want
great.
to see a Fallout Let's
Do you
Play?
like-
I don't know. I don't.
Have you ever played Skyrim?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people can compare it to Skyrim with guns. It's the same studio.
It's good to me.
It's awesome. It's post-apocalyptic. Everyone got nuked and then survived the nukes, and now There's mutants
Okay.
and robots and laser guns.
What was the point of the nukes if everyone survived them?
Well, not everyone. Everyone who survived them survived them.
Oh, okay.
In like vaults
Everything
and
got
stuff.
nuked and everyone survived, so there's that.
Yeah. All right, finally, because I am on the show.
Oh man, I'm gonna let you go on this one. Let's take a shot just on Will and let him bask in his glory of what this is. Go
All right,
for
ladies
it.
and gentlemen. So there has been for a long time Heart of Thorns, which is the expansion pack for Guild Wars 2 MMO. None of you guys probably play it. However, I recommended it.
Did you fight for this to be in the script?
No, I put it in there myself.
Okay.
There's no resistance at all. All right, so let's roll the first clip, guys, because they have got some crazy stuff going on here. This is a character specialization for a class called the Mesmer. They've announced that every character class will get a specialization, allowing them access to weapons they previously couldn't use before as a class, and allowing them to do a bunch of stuff. The Mesmer itself is a magic user that's based on like illusions and hexes and all this stuff. Well, this is the Chronomancer, and this is sort of a specialization that allows these players to take advantage of creating illusions of themselves, using time-based magic and all that kind of great stuff to do extra damage. It allows Mesmers just access to a bunch of weapons that they can't previously couldn't as well. Moving on, the Guardian got a special class called the Dragon Hunter. Check this video out. I'm just gonna let this roll. It's pretty friggin' dope.
I want that bow. What in the world is that?
Giant friggin' dragon, Chemo.
That doesn't look. That looks like Barney the dinosaur mixed with like a Stegosaurus.
Yeah, well, Barney's gonna die today.
Barney's dead, boys and girls. What? Jeez, that thing looks mean.
Yeah, so he hits it, it's now blind, and then bam, explosive holy arrow. The class that this guy is using is called the Guardian. It's very similar to like a Paladin class in World of Warcraft. It's like a holy warrior. It has healing capabilities. Its role is sort of as a healer and also as like a big damage sponge. But they use a bunch of really awesome spells that, you know, deal revenge type damage or fire. You set people on fire because you're so mad at them. This allows Guardians to use longbows and ranged weapons. They generally just did not have access to very many ranged weapons at all.
Okay.
Plus, you saw that guy get wings. You don't get wings in Guild Wars very often. That specific spell, you jump, you land, and anyone near you gets healed immediately. And then after that, all your skills are very emphasized on traps, like setting a bunch of like demon hunting traps, dragon hunting traps.
So it's very much like a trap the enemy, let everyone else kill him. I'm gonna heal stuff. I can contribute to the fight.
Exactly, and every class has a heal skill. This specific new specialization gets a trapping heal skill.
Okay, so they combine. You have activated my trap card.
And now everyone gets healed.
And everyone gets healed.
Now, this one coming up is really freaking cool. The class is the Necromancer, but its specialization is called the Reaper. Now watch this. The Necromancer is a magician that specializes in death magic. So
these guys are freaking evil.
this is a very appropriate specialization. Bam! Goes into Death God mode. Immediately gets a scythe, slices everyone's face off. That guy's gonna run away. He says, nah. Yo, let me get some hands from hell and bring you back. He got wrecked.
Yo, this game looks hot. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't follow much of what you said. There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of
stuff that when you said.
There's a lot of stuff.
But it looks badass.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
It's really awesome. Guild Wars has this really interesting combat system where, unlike MMOs like World of Warcraft and other things, where you just sort of cast spells and they happen, Guild Wars you have to aim literally everything. You can dodge literally anything. As long as there's a dodge key, you hit that shit,
skill-based.
it goes, you just
not just hitting
rolling.
keys.
Yes, it's incredibly skill-based, and all those things chain together. That specific specialization was inspired by Pyramid Head from Silent Hill and Jason Voorhees. So if you want to start rolling out as Pyramid Head on the fields of battle, please do so when the expansion pack hits.
How often do you think you're going to be playing that?
I have no idea. I've been on that Destiny grind hard.
You have been on the. I think this is what's finally going to break you away and bring you back to Guild Wars 2.
Yes.
At least for a small time.
Maybe a few days, depending. I don't know. My Destiny grind has been pretty strong, ladies and gentlemen.
That's true.
I streamed until 5:30 a.m. last night.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was worth it.
What time do we have a show till? Until tonight?
Well, until midnight.
Until midnight, ladies and gentlemen. So
we'll be here all day.
When you guys come back at 11:30 and Will is just making sounds and not words, You know why? Because he streams on 5:30, but we love it. Here's to the 5:30 a.m. stream.
That's water, ladies and gentlemen.
That's water.
Yeah. I'm pumped. You're pumped.
I'm pumped.
Let's go take a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, before we go into what fails of the day. What?
What? What?
We'll be right back.